cut pattern. And this is a critical area here. If you're familiar with our product in roughing, horizontal roughing, you know that we can clear the flats. We can tell it where to start, where to stop. I'm not purposely not selecting anything here. So what's going to happen is it's going to take everything it can down to the parting plane, but it's not going to clear the parting plane. What you don't want to do is you don't want to have that sharp corner, that flat end mill anywhere near this parting edge. Okay, so we're going to do that in a separate special circumstance situation. Okay, so the cutter is not going to clear the flat, so there's going to be material left here at the bottom. Okay, engage and retract. We're just going to leave it in the default values, helical entries. And let's see what else for advanced cut parameters. We're going to allow it to find arcs. This is not really critical in the roughing, but we'll leave it. We'll leave this set to 02. So arc fitting should be recommended to be 2 times your cut tolerance. So our cut tolerance is 10 thousandths. So our arc fitting is going to be 20 thousandths tolerance. Okay, we're not going to do any toolpath optimization. Let's go ahead and generate that. Now, while I'm generating, it's a good time to think if you have any questions, you can type them into the questions panel while this is calculating. And this will take a little bit of time. Any questions, Joe?
Nothing yet,
Okay.
but maybe you can talk about tolerances and generation speed. Maybe I can talk about it.
Okay.
Well, it's done, but one of the things you can do to speed up, if you're doing what-if scenarios when you're machining, I would recommend setting tolerances, slack tolerances and generating it. Things will go quicker. And then once you're ready, once you got the program all figured out and exactly how you want it to do, then you can come back in with your final tolerances and do the final programming.
That's a good tip there. Also, what you can do is your step overs. Maybe initially you don't need to be a really tight step over. If you just want to get a good look at what this path is going to look like, you just give it a wider step over, as Joe mentioned, a more lax tolerance, and that'll help speed it up as well. So we got through. Let's look at what this. So I got a number of toggles here. I've got the toolpath display turned on. This is toolpaths that are hidden. I'm going to turn this off just to clean it up just a little bit. And I'm going to look at the cut levels here. So you'll see that the last cut level is above the parting plane. I don't want this roughing to go down to the parting plane. Okay. So we got multiple levels. And then we also have, I'm going to set a property here, a color property. So the color of this operation during simulation is going to be this color right here. Okay. And let's go and do the simulation so you can see the step minimization. Let's go up here. I'm going to turn the toolpath off for now. Okay. And let's go ahead and make this as fast as it can just to get through that. And I'm going to set, if you want the colors, we set specific colors to each operations. If you want to see those colors during simulation, you need to set this to MOP. MOP stands for machining operation. Okay, so now we're going to, so it's working its way down. So it's doing out here, working from the outer end, it's doing the 1/2 inch, 50% step down. And let's go ahead and change something here. Okay, and let's change something else here. Okay, so now you can see. So it did, what it did was it did 1/2 inch step downs out in this area here. When it got to the part, it did an additional 25% step down with the same tool. So it's like a roughing operation, and I mean it's like a re-roughing operation at the same time as it does the main roughing operation. So you can work it down further, and you can adjust that to whatever you want. It's set to 25% here. So each one of these step downs is 1/4 of an inch instead of 1/2 an inch. So this comes in really, really handy if you want to do a re-roughing, and it's okay to use the same tool, then you can do the step minimization. And on the opposite side of what the outcome will be is that not only does it add additional step downs here, but it eliminates from you having to do all of it in one 1/2 inch step down, which means you would have to come back in maybe with another operation, maybe with another tool to work it down. We're doing it all in one operation using the step minimization options that are available in the horizontal roughing. Okay. Now,